Hello, welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're going to be jumping back into the Transformers Fall of Cybertron. We are taking a look at Platinum Edition from Transformers Generations, Vortex. Again, this figure was released in a multi-pack along with Grimlock, and it was a 2012 release, special edition set, and it was really cool. Again, pre-war, pre-G1 combaticons, before the personality components were removed and the bodies were destroyed by Megatron. This is what they supposedly look like, and I gotta say, overall, I dig it. So let's jump right in and let's take a look at Vortex. He is a deluxe class figure, and overall, he looks really cool. What I like about the combaticons in this set is that they look very heavily armored. Had to find the right wordings for that. And simplistic in transformations, each one of them, but they look really cool. And minimal accessories, that's what's even better. So today we got first video of the day, you can tell. Alright, so he comes with 2 sword blades. And they're also doubled as firearms. You can see underneath. They are not left and right. They're actually the same one. And the molding looks really nice. Got some nice detail work in there. And then we got Vortex himself. And this guy looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of... what's the show I'm thinking of here? Airwolf. Paint him black. Just slimline them down a little bit, get rid of this edges, and you got Airwolf. Looks really cool. Rotors do move, but you do have to put a little bit of pressure behind them. No wheels on the bottom. He has landing gears. And what I like about this one is you actually have a visible Decepticon symbol. That is very important to me. There will be no bio in these videos for this set because they are the exact same as the G1s that I've already covered. So if you want the bio, I suggest checking out the previous video for Vortex that I did. Really nice video. And let's get down to transformation. Now, I will say this up front. There are elements of the transformation I'm not a fan of. And I'm not a fan of the rotor blades and where they end up. So let's do that. First thing we're going to do is close the blades. Keep them closed like that, they spin really easy. Next thing we're going to do, come to the middle, and I'm just going to lift that up. And then I'm going to separate the front like so. Take this piece and flip in. I'm going to flip this piece down. And I'm going to flip this piece down. And I'm just going to tuck these as far back they'll go. And that actually makes the legs. Like so. Next, we're going to come back to the top here. We're going to separate. He doesn't want to separate. Come on. Thank you. Separate out. With the rotor blades, it's a little tricky, but you're going to flip that out. You're going to do the same thing over here. You're going to take this whole piece and bring back. Clip it in, flip it over, bring it around, and there's one arm. Same thing over here. In, down. You're going to rotate the rotor blades so that they are on the outside of the wrist and bend up. This plate will move, but they end up on the outside of the wrist there, and like I said, I'm not a fan of that. But we'll take a better look in a second. Rotate the hips. Take the back of the copter and bring it over. And you're going to bring this black plate down until it clips. And just push his head forward. And there is Vortex in his robot mode. And overall, I like the robot mode. I think it looks really nice. Except for those blades. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't like how they sit on the side. I know they wanted to do something a little different with this mold. And they could have, separated the blades on something, made it a handheld weapon, but no, they left it molded on there. It is easy to remove. It's just a pin. I have seen people do it, and I know someone who did it, it snapped real easy. So I just bear with it, because he usually sits in Bruticus mode anyway. But that is him in robot mode. I love the stabilizers in the back. It works so nice, you don't have to worry about it. You can actually send him flying, and he doesn't go anywhere. The sculpting is really nice. His colors flow together nicely. The black in the middle to break it up looks fantastic. A little bit of purple on the hips. So, overall, really cool. Head is highly blocked. You can go up and down. That's pretty much it. And a tiny bit of movement on the sides. Shoulder. Rotation and elbow. Blades will move everywhere. Hips. Now to move the hips, of course, you gotta lift that up slightly. This front plate moves slightly, which gives you a little bit of kick in the front. Kick in the back. Splits are subpar. Thigh and knee. So he's decent enough for mobility, but posability, not the greatest. And they say they list these as swords, but if you do it, they're actually guns too. And there's one of my issues too, is quality control on some of these. The pins don't lock in properly. They come off and come loose really quick. Yeah. So that is Vortex in his robot mode. Now we're going to bring him to his combiner mode. And I know all these videos are a little bit late. I've kind of fallen a little behind. Bring the head up. Bring that over the top. And you're going to transform the top of this back to the helicopter. This is going to come up. And this is actually going to go over this way. So the best way to do it from robot mode, if I can get this back. Takes me a second because sometimes I got to fiddle with him. Bring the arm up, rotate it around, fold it over, and then fold it in. Because you want this piece to go backwards. Back, around, over, and up. And this will just rotate back, clip them together, clip all of this together, and it's not doing it. Of course, it's got to be a pain because it is my video. Rotate that back into place. And again, clipping is not the greatest with this. Next, we're going to flip out the hand. Leave that piece in. Bring this piece back. That together, turn that sideways, and bring this down. And those are the two arms. So they do look pretty decent. And for now, until we're ready to assemble him, we will just stick the guns back on him. But that has been Vortex from the Transformers Platinum Edition for Generations 2012 release. I will say this, in the arm mode, he leaves a little bit to be desired compared to the mobility of his counterpart. I'm not thrilled with it. But it is what it is. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers. Many more videos heading your way. And I know this video has been a little bit delayed. Again, just things come up in everybody's lives. And hopefully they look good now. I did have a little bit of an issue, but I hope they got it fixed. You all have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next video.